plenty of complaints as to our actions with plug box. Well, in all my digging, I found one. 4/6 of 2010. The next piece of evidence that comes into play to anything against me is an on-scene report from Deputy Goss. He performed a traffic stop in my driveway, arrested the guy for not having a driver's license. He was on the road. Hey, that's his problem, not mine. This case picks up with a police report for something that had nothing to do with the actions on our property. Same place I'm finding all this. Due to the fact these bogs started when zoning was not in effect, therefore was allowed because it was an existing use. We've been having these bogs since before 2000. Josh, you know, you've been coming out there. It's a waste of money. We're talking saving money. Listen to Mike. He's downsizing over there. It's money everywhere. You're spending money letting an attorney pick up a lawsuit that y'all knew nothing about. We come talk to the board. Your exact words, Josh, we know very little about this. So then, as we were asked to, we set up a memorandum of understanding, which got turned over to your guys' appointed board, the Planning Commission. We go there to deal with a lot of disrespect, which angers me dearly. It does. And I know you tried to address that, Josh. I don't think a memo was quite the way to go, but, you know, you said something. I'll give you that. You need to look at the facts. Facts are, we are doing nothing wrong. There's no criminal activity, ask the sheriff. One complaint on record. Is that enough? I mean, we're watching county money go down a drain right here. Watching my money go down the drain. Watching my family go without because we have to stand up for this. For this. I have to take time from going to work to be here to address you. It's not fair to me. Definitely not fair to my family. So I'm going to ask one time. I've been quiet through this whole thing. You've all heard my leaseholders talk about patents, this, that, and the other thing. I'm not going to push that down your throat. What I am going to push down your throat is right here what's in your own files. This was ongoing before zoning was ever even thought of. Same property, never been moved. One complaint in 2010. We're in 2013, that just fixed out over a police report, not a complaint.
Which documents were those? Were those from the...
From the zoning. From the zoning, right in the file, you can get them just same as I did.
There's
nothing from the sheriff's department.
No, no. Mike stated that he's had calls, they've been out there to check it out. You know, we've all heard his comments, he don't have the time, nor the money, nor the want.
You know, if I may, I just a little bit pieces about what you're referring to about the
Okay.
Here's my take for what it's worth. We have the Planning Commission, we have the Zoning Board of Appeals, I'm sure you've been involved with all of them up to this point.
Yep.
And I would assume, maybe I shouldn't assume it, but there stands a good chance it'll probably be a lawsuit, or could be a lawsuit, or
Yeah.
I'm just wondering what it is that we can do at this point. I mean, I'm not saying right, wrong, or otherwise, but there's three entities involved that are that should, you should be dealing with or have dealt with, I guess, maybe
Yes.
not to your satisfaction. So I don't know personally what we, as a board at this point, could do.
Well, Mr. Whittington, I'd like to say that, you know, you guys are the commander-in-chiefs of our county. I mean, everybody reports here. Every concern comes here. Everything that happens in this county comes here. There's a lot you can do. You got a rogue drain commissioner out here making everybody mad. There's a lot you guys can do about that. And I'm sorry, listening to you guys can't do nothing about it. Yes, you can. Start research. Start looking into it. Everything through the county revolves around this board right here.
Well, if I may, and I'm not, certainly not here to argue with you, I'm just trying to understand. But in Mr. Evans' case with the drain commissioner, we're limited, very limited, so he is an elected official that's run that department. And whether we agree with him or whether we don't, I don't know how much jurisdiction we actually have over that department, so.
I've done a considerable amount of research, and we have pretty much zero. But the way we're trying to handle it right now, communication, working with the state, I don't see any other way. I just don't. And I've been asking, we've got Joel Johnson working on it. Michigan Association of Counties knows it's an issue for us. We're reaching out like anybody else would in our situation. I don't know what else to do.
Well, I understand that, and I mean, yeah, you guys are looking into it, but the money that is getting spent on lawsuits, search warrants. Josh, you have a big party. How would you like cops come in there and serve a search warrant?
No,
I mean, I'm just saying, put yourself in my shoes, This has been ongoing since before zoning. And now, all of a sudden, it's getting picked up again with no complaint. No complaint. None.
I don't know.
I don't understand it. How can the attorney that you guys appoint over the county for us, the people, and pay him, can pick up a lawsuit just like that? Nobody knows. Nobody has an answer for that. And right there's your solution to my problem. Fire Jacobson. Fire the attorney. Start looking elsewhere. He's costing money. We have the proof.
May I ask where do you stand now with the committees that you've been dealing with? I mean, the Planning Commission, the Board of Appeals,
I'm still sitting in the same place we were to begin with. We've got a new attorney on it that's involved now. It's been postponed till the 5th. There'll be another settlement conference, which I will say on the record and to all of you, I will not settle. I'm not gonna spend $900 and some for permits. And the same stuff right here, because people have camped on my property. Now it's campground recreation, outdoor amusement park. I mean, when did down home on the farm fun get labeled as a camping recreation area? When did it get labeled as an outdoor amusement park? This is stuff that's been going on long with you guys were kids. Josh has been to my place numerous times. I know that. I have nothing to hide. We don't charge. We do a donation once in a while to help somebody in the community that needs it. Times are tough all over. I mean, you guys are cutting budgets. I'm cutting budget in my house to be here right now. My kids are going without the fun they normally have in the summer because guess what? I'm at board meetings. I'm at attorney meetings. I'm at planning commission meetings. And I'm sorry, as far as the planning commission goes, that's a joke. We don't need it. I mean, there's bigger cities in the world that don't have planning and zoning, and they're doing just fine. We're just a rural county.
Where do we, if I may, and I'm not up on the litigation part of it, but where do we stand at this point? I mean, is it, I know you got your side, and
Yeah.
the planning commission or whatever.
We're in for September 5th, I believe at 9 o'clock in the morning, for another pre-trial now because of the new attorney.
Is it a settlement though?
It's a settlement too, plus a few motion hearing to go along with it. You know, I'm not gonna settle. I'll let you all know that right now. The only way that I settle is if it just gets dismissed, never to be brought up again. I mean, it's getting carried away. It has. The taxpayers, I mean, and me included, I pay my taxes. As a taxpayer, I'm sickened by this, that I have to pay for this. You know, and then to hear, now that this is going on, I got a lot of people that do come to me with stuff and say, hey, yeah, this is what happened to me. You know, and my township, Gladwin Township, pays the county for zoning $3,500 a year, which I'm in the process of trying to work with my township to get them to do away with. Let's save the money. You know, I wish Commissioner Carl was here, you know, shed some light.
Well, you bring up a point, as far as your township goes, they do have an option.
Yes.
Should the majority of them decide they'd rather have their own zoning.
And our township has found out over the last, they're kind of iffy waiting on this whole ordeal. But there's a lot of other people that are very unhappy with the county zoning and the actions that they have taken. You know, everything comes out in the wash. You know, everybody's coming to me because they know, hey, this guy's standing up. You know, everybody's scared. You know, we need to make it to where it's more people want to live here instead of move away from here. How many times do you guys hear in a week that somebody wants to move out of here? There's nothing here. I hear it a lot. I know a lot of people that moved away. I know a lot of people that they're seeing this. They're like, man, I am so glad I don't live there. It was my understanding that Mr. Dunn gave you guys a resolution on property rights. Anybody sign that, just out of curiosity?
It would have to be adopted by the board.
Oh, well, okay. You know, that's the last thing we have in the world is our property. You know, we can't let the government control every little thing. Can't. That's un-American, unconstitutional.
Well, you raised a good point, and some of it is the townships choose to have us do their job.
Right.
The zoning thing. So, I mean, we need to evaluate all that. I'm sure all the townships are going to be looking at that. We're certainly open-minded to all of it. We don't necessarily like to be in this situation at all.
Oh,
Clearly,
sure you
we don't want to be in this situation, but we're here, you know, and at this point, I don't know that there's necessarily hard feelings either way. We need to sort it out. It just has to get sorted out. It looks like that's going to go through the court process. You know, my hopes were that, you know, we could come up with a few things and agreements as far as keeping the cars off the road and having outhouses out there and some of that stuff.
And that stuff's all been addressed.
Right, and then that went, and I know you guys have done that to the point, but they did go to the planning commission, and I saw the video to that, and that was relatively unsuccessful. But currently, that's the way we're structured. We're open-minded enough to evaluate all of this as we're moving on, but currently, the way we're structured, it leaves us with very little options here with this board. But
You know, I from day one, it's not going to help your situation. I have never been a believer in county zoning, even when it was put into effect. Because I was a township supervisor years and years ago, and at that time we created our own zoning because we were not happy. I guess that could be the next step that your township could take.
Right, that's what we're looking into that way. Which is going to kind of hurt you guys on the budget plan a little bit.
not really. I mean, this costs us money. we
right.
technically do this, and you know, it goes back to everybody working together. And all right, so if the county of Gladwin does it, we can hire one person and this should be okay, but then everybody has their own idea about what they want. So you have a zoning ordinance that just
Right.
gets
I believe the zoning should be
at the
at the
township level.
township level. It really should. You know, I mean, that's where everybody should go. In all honesty, you know, a lot of townships around here don't even want zoning. I mean, you got areas like Sugar Springs, Sage Township, you know, Sage Township's I lived there for a while. They love their zoning over there. They do.
And what applies to one township may not necessarily apply to another.
Exactly. You know, and you know, I understand that, you know, certain communities want it a certain way. There's certain townships, you know, in communities, you know, and, you know, none of the one complaint, which is there from the neighbor, he also addressed the planning commission, right along with another neighbor, that just for the record, both of them have come to me and apologized. Both of them said this ain't right. Said, you know, you do have the right to enjoy your property as you see fit. No, it ain't every weekend. You know, it's scattered out. You know, they've seen they've seen the videos, they've seen the excuse the language, but the hell I've been through. You know, and the toll it's taken on my family and my marriage. You know, I mean, my wife gets mad because I'm researching 24/7. I got people calling me in the middle of the night, hey, check this out. Hey, can you help me with this? You know? And I'm not the guy to turn anybody or any option away.
Can you have those individuals go to the planning commission and express their sorrow? You know, at the end of the day, if
I
they're
can
ready-
try, but both of them were pretty adamant on how mad at the planning commission they were. They've seen the disrespect too. You know, I'm pleased to see you guys ain't wearing your hats and stuff while you're having meetings, and, you know, you guys ain't yelling at the public, you know, and I appreciate that. I didn't appreciate it from the planning commission, you know, and that all resides with you guys. That is a board that is appointed by you guys.
Well, we have mud boggers up in Billings Township.
Yes, yes, you do.
So, I mean, it's nothing personal, it's just,
Right, right. And see, Billings is another township you hear a lot of bad reports of on the zoning issues and stuff. But you go down to Billings Township, start asking around about a mud bog, there's 3 of them down there. Everybody knows where all 3 of them are. And not one person, no matter what the age, has any problem with it. You know, and another way to look at this is, if you go through and we shut down all these backyard bogs, guys like Joe Myers, Jim at Napa, Bob at CarQuest, them guys take a big hurt. They do. I quit in 2010. I quit having the Easter bogs. It was not because of the complaint or nothing like that. It was a headache. It was. It was stressful. It wasn't fun no more. So we quit having the large numbered events. You know, since then, there hasn't been no complaints. You know, the hotels down in the shoe, and even here in town, got a hold of me in 2011, 2012. Why ain't you having the Easter weekend? We counted on that money. It's just too much of a headache. You know? I mean, you look at Hale, I went up there this weekend for Trucks Gone Wild, that's what it's called. It was fun to a point. I would have liked it better if I could have had my kids around and had them enjoy some of the show that I got to see. But that was not a family-friendly event. That was well over, I'm going to say right around 20,000 people. And that was across a Mardi Gras, Girls Gone Wild, and everything else. That was definitely not a family event, you know. And that's what we're keeping with our place, is the family-oriented events. You know, and that's what Gladwin County is. It's rural, down home, fun, you know. Nobody's getting hurt. Nothing bad's going on. The local bug community raised over $4,000 for the Gladwin County Fairgrounds, which was more than any other event that the fairgrounds had in the grandstands. You know, we pulled together. The bug community is a big family, especially around Gladwin.
And I'm still trying to find a seal for my gator.
Yeah.
They apparently don't
Pay
make
to
it.
play, right?
Right.
You know, parts ain't flying, you ain't trying. You know, so I just ask the board to really evaluate our county attorney at this point. Where this goes is where it's gonna go. We're in it. I'm in it for the long haul. You all know where I stand on that. But where I stand as a taxpayer, to see a county attorney taking on authority of his own without the permission of the commander-in-chief, the board, is pretty sickening. And I hope you guys look into it. You know, it's not the only attorney out there. This town's full
We know we just paid a bunch of them.
So, thank you for your time.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Can I